my friends and fellow speakers. This is Brian, the speaker from the dead, coming to you today with a video on the Expanse. So let's get right to it. We're going to talk about episodes 7 and 8. Now, I'm putting these two together mainly because I'm on the road this week and I'm a little bored. And I wanted to talk about these two episodes because these two episodes, out of all the episodes so far, are two that I've probably struggled with the most. Now, The Expanse has had slow episodes before. They've had some episodes where it's kind of heavy on exposition and stuff like that, but not quite the same way as what I got from watching these two, and it seems to be a general consensus. I was listening to the Valkyries, Rise and Shine with the Valkyries the other morning, and they were talking about it, and it seemed like they kind of had the same feelings. Both my brothers, who are fans of the show, have relayed to me that we Marco Polo back and forth with each other because it's easier for me than texting while I'm driving, and both of them said the same thing, that these last two episodes kind of bogged things down, and that's what it really felt like to me, is that it felt like they just struggled with these episodes. Now, I have to preface this by saying I'm doing something different with this season than what I've done with the other seasons previously. Now, in the past, I have watched an entire season, then went, got the book, and read or listened to the book on tape after I'd watched all the season. This time, I'm doing it where I am listening to the book as I'm watching the show. Now, I don't read the book ahead, so if I get to a point where it seems like I'm ahead of the TV show, I stop. I haven't had that happen yet. I'm far enough behind on the book that hasn't really happened yet. But anyway, that's how I'm doing this, and it's making it a very different kind of experience to do it like this. Because I'm getting a lot more of that feel for the major differences between them. In the past, I've said like the difference between the books and the TV show is about 70%. The show's about 70% accurate to the book. It seems like that's becoming a little less true with last season. Was somewhat that way. They really flipped a lot of things, flipped a lot of characters, made girls important, made men less important than characters that were talked about in the book. Same characters, but they completely flipped the storylines. This season, particularly these last two episodes, they really seem to focus in on Naomi and Marco and Philip's relationship. Now, and the funny thing is it is quite different. I mean, it's similar, but quite different than what you get in the book. The TV show varies quite a bit. And one of the main, like I said, I haven't got to the end of the book, and I haven't got to the end of the season of the show, so this may change. Things may alter. As they may get closer together or tie up some loose ends in the last couple of episodes that, the book has already tied up or has left open. So some of the major differences, now, if you've not watched episodes 7 and 8, don't watch this, go watch those, and then come back. If you've read the books, then you already know pretty much what I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to talk about spoilers. So yeah, just be aware of that before you go any further. Fred Johnson gets killed in episode 7. And he dies, the proto-molecule gets stolen. It might be in episode 6. Sorry, I've only watched them once or twice, so I might be a little out of order here, so I apologize if that's the case. But Fred Johnson's dead in the TV show. They've killed him. Which is completely different than the book. In the book, he doesn't die. He gets shot, but he doesn't die. I was kind of upset with that when they killed his character in the TV show. Now I'm even more upset that I've caught up and figured out that in the books, he doesn't get killed. He, at least not then. Maybe he gets killed in the future, but he doesn't get killed when they say he gets killed in the show. Confused yet? Yeah, okay, sorry. But I'm sorry, it really pissed me off because I like Fred Johnson. I like the actor that's playing Fred Johnson. I like the character of Fred Johnson. I love the fact that he's a fallen guy who's kind of clawed his way back to see through all of the BS. He is a very methodical, well thought out, just great character. And they found a fantastic actor to play him. So it makes zero sense for them to kill Fred Johnson off right now, like the way they did. And the worst part is this the black chick that has an issue with Naomi. She's not even in the book, at least not that I've seen so far. Like, her character might exist in the books, but like it is like a non-existent character. And her character in these last 2 episodes, I don't remember her name. Honestly, I don't give a shit what her name is, other than annoying cunt. I mean, that's an annoying black cunt. That's all she is. That she's, and I'm not saying that about the person, understand. I'm saying about the character she's playing. Okay? She is an annoying, obnoxious, horrible character. She is this bitter, nasty, sour grapes. I don't like you, Naomi, because you're not me. Oh my gosh, she's obnoxious. And every time I see her, I just want somebody to just walk over and slap her so hard, it just knocks the dumb out of her. Oh, she is a horrible character. And we got her now instead of Fred Johnson? Like, you killed off a black guy to put in an obnoxious black chick. What? Oh, I am not happy about that. I am way not happy about that. They made Philip into an annoying kind of whiny bitch character in the show. He's not in the books. He's a decidedly confused character in the book, but not really like you don't go get into the depths with him like they are in the with the TV show. And he comes off as a much stronger character in the books. Very stoic, very kind of quiet. Marco's character, they're really pretty good with Marco's character between the books and the show, other than the fact that like they diverge. Like they've altered that storyline between Naomi, Marco, and Philip. And they've done it in a way that it's not as good as what they did in the books. Why they chose to alter it that way, I don't understand. They've really tried to make it almost more like Philip is, I don't know. It's hard to describe. You'd have to read the book and then watch the show to understand what I'm talking about. But it's different, and how they've done it in the show has damaged those characters to me. It's made Marco look more manipulative and less thought out, more childish and stuff than he was in the books. And it kind of hurts Marco's character. But the real tragedy, I mean, just the absolute travesty of those 3 storylines, Marco, Naomi, and Philip, is what they did to Naomi. The character as written in the book, the Naomi that is on the pillar with Marco and Philip, is not Naomi. Naomi, as we saw her in the first 2 seasons, where she was strong, she was in control. And in this, they have made her weak and chaotic and like kind of desperately powerless, where yes, she is those things even in the book, but she handles it so much better in the book. She is much more stoic, not as whiny, not such a bitchy character. I really felt bad. When I first watched the show, I thought they were spending way too much time on Naomi, way too much on that storyline. They focused in on Philip, her, and Marco way too much, went way too much into the backstory. They really should have cut that down and made it, because they could have taken a lot of that and reduced it down to a few lines of dialogue and a couple of short clips to show the backstory and to get every detail we needed, and to not bog the story down, because that's what's been bogging the story down these last 2 episodes, was the Naomi, Marco, Philip thing. And in the book, it's still there, but much more streamlined, way cleaner. They really got too much into that, like I said, and they really, really made Naomi's character suffer in the TV show. They really made her look weaker and more pathetic and conflicted. And I mean, she is all those things, but not in the way she's portrayed in the show. The way I'm getting things from the book, she really comes off a lot better. And so I feel like that's been a huge disservice to the character of Naomi. And it's really sad that they chose to do it that way. I don't know if, and I just lost the actress's name that plays her. I don't know if that was a choice she made or if that's how she was being directed to do it. Now, her performance is great in the TV show, if that's what she's being directed to do. And she really, especially in episode 8, where it shows the pain she's in after going, basically being exposed to hard vacuum and making it to the cargo ship and stuff. The cellular damage and what she would be feeling is really good, but like her portrayal is a little too, I don't see Naomi being that. Naomi's a stronger character than that. She would be hurting, but not so dramatically. She would hide it better. That's the kind of character she is. Very stoic, very proud, very, I am strong enough to do this. And you lose that in that portrayal. And it's just, and I haven't got past it. That's right where I am at in the book, is I'm just getting that part where she's trying to figure out how to get off the ship and get to the cargo ship. But like I said, the portrayal of how that happens in the books, it's all Marco's plan. It's all his idea. Philip has nothing to do with that whole side story of using the cargo ship to try and destroy the Rosinante. That is all Marco. And Marco comes off as a stronger character because of that. And like, they make Philip look as psychotic as his dad, which he kind of is, but Naomi comes to terms with that a lot better in the book. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be going back and forth here, but I mean, I want you to get a feel for the difference, because that's what I've been going through. Like I said, I've done this different this season than I've done in the past. And I'm not going to sit here and go, well, the book's better. The book's just different. And because of the way they've chose to do some of the stuff in the show, it's kind of hurt those characters in these last 2 episodes and made them much weaker characters than they were, than they should have been. And it kind of is sad to me that but like I said, the major issue is that they spent too much time and they bogged things down way too much with that storyline. I'm gonna have to go back and do a more comprehensive review of each one of these episodes, but I mean, the amount of time that they took up on Naomi going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth in that one scene to try and change the message that the distress call is being sent out make people aware she's on the show. That took way too long. Way too long. It felt like that went on for half the show. I'm like, okay, we got it. What she's doing is hard. There's a way of showing that without like making it take over 30 minutes of a 45-minute episode. That's what it felt like. I felt like, okay, we got it. Move on. And so I really struggled. I really struggled with that aspect of it. Sorry about the flip. But yeah, it's so I mean, these episodes, they should have spent a lot more time on the storyline of Amos and Peaches. I love it. Clarissa now, Peaches. They should have spent more time on Holden. They make Holden's character, like, he comes off like a bitch. Pardon my French. He comes off as a weaker character in the show than he is in the book. And I'm like, why are you downplaying the strengths of these characters? Like, I don't understand. Alex and Bobby are really the only ones that feel like they're staying true to their characters that they've been this whole time. And that they're really like but they're not spending as much time on them, I think, as they should. They cut out a huge scene from when Alex drops the fusion drive to take out the torpedoes that are following them. They take out this whole fight scene between the Martian Navy and Marco Inaros' forces that is in the book. And it's really sad. I was just like, you spent all of this freaking time on this backstory with Naomi and Marco and stuff, which did not need to take that long, and then 30 minutes of her trying to change a message, which was just obnoxious. And you cut out a huge scene of a battle between Marco Inaros' forces and a group of Martian frigates and it might even been a Donager class that was escorting the Martian Prime Minister to Luna in the books to meet with Avasarala. I'm like, that's completely gone. They completely wiped that out for this whole blah, 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 blah. And maybe they're going to add that in later. I don't know. Maybe that's coming in the next 2 episodes. But it's gonna be out of place now. Anyway, I'm ranting a lot here and stuff like that. But I was really frustrated with these 2 episodes. I'm like, this is the best science fiction show on TV right now. Maybe in competition with the Orville, but I think the Expanse edges the Orville out just a little bit for sheer, like, serious drama kind of stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love them both, but I mean, Star Trek and all the rest of them are just. But so to see the Expanse suffering like this is really hard. It's really tough. And there were some things that like get missed in the show that are like, what? And I caught them the first time I watched the show, and then when I read the book, I'm like, no wonder they left that part out. So that chick that kills Fred, sabotages the Rosinante in the book, it's not a chick, it's a guy. Now they made her a chick, and like, her character is very different in the book. One, it's a man, and 2, like, it's very different. Like, the fact that, like, when they capture her, and the fact that Holden just jumps on a ship, it's like, all right, let's go. Oh wait, Naomi sent me a message saying it might be booby trapped. Holden had already figured that out in the book and had a security check done of the Rosinante. They missed that code because they weren't looking specifically enough. So the message from Naomi comes in, and they go looking harder, and they find that code. I can't remember what the code's called. The one that Naomi made that blew up that one ship. The Augustin or something. I can't remember. But it's just like, it makes Holden look stupid. Because like, if I catch somebody who's a saboteur who just killed Fred Johnson, And if I'm a captain of a ship and I know that she's been helping the refit on my ship, and it never occurs to me, hey, I probably ought to have her work looked over. You're a shitty captain. You should not be in charge of a ship. But in the books, Holden does have that checked out, but wasn't aware of exactly where to look, so it gets missed. So the message from Naomi is what saves the ship. It's just like they cut that part out, which really makes Holden look weaker as a captain. And it's just like I said, you're doing all these things to weaken your own characters. Stop doing that. It's like you need to. I mean, these characters are the strongest people. This is what the story's based on, and you're doing a disservice to them. So anyway, that's my take on these last 2 episodes. Let me know what you think. You know what you felt about this. Did you like them? Did you not like them? Did you feel the same way I did? Have you read the books? I mean, let me know what you think. Because I love The Expanse, and I still like these episodes. I thought these episodes were all right. I didn't like them. I thought they were all right. I need to clarify that. Anyway, so let me know what you think. We'll wait for the next episodes to come out. Look forward to talking about those and going back to do a real review of the entire season. As you can tell, I've got my Rosinante t-shirt on today, so I can do this video. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye now.